Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I'm going to do part 77 to my ChatGPT Character Chatbot series. I have to do this because, let's just say the last video ended up with me saying a lot of, in my own terms, cuss words. And now I can't even upload these videos, or can't publish these videos, until I edit that crap out. There's still some videos that I made days ago, guys, that haven't been public because I can't flip do it well in that with the crap I said on there. There's one particular word I say that I especially can't say on there, and if I do, but it's either if I public it, it could I could get screwed over. That's all I'm gonna say about it. We're gonna, I just had to go back to the bug curse chrono because I had to stop abruptly on that one. So far, despite the creepy bug-like thing, it hasn't really been that bad. Although I still hate bugs, so this is not helping that much. I just said, well, I'm glad your family, at least most of them, still wants to give humans a chance. Your parents sound like pretty nice Pokemon. They are. They really are. His huge his huge clunky roach body almost seems to relax just a little. The tension in his many legs easing as he listens to your kind words. Oh gosh, no, please don't describe the bug things anymore. My mom, she's the strongest feral gear I've ever seen, but she's even stronger here. He joined out the spot over where his heart would be, his massive claw making a soft clicking sound against his hard shell. She always said that real strength isn't about fighting, it's about protecting others, even when you're scared. He lowers his head a little, almost shyly. And my dad, he's the gentlest crocodile you could ever meet. Always laughing, always trying to make us smile, even when things get bad. His voice grows a little stronger, a little steadier, like you're kind of slowly helping him remember better times. They never gave up on us, on the hope that maybe someday we could meet a human who wouldn't scream or run away. He he lifts his big eyes. He lifts his big eyes to you again, hope flicking like a tiny flame. And I think maybe today I did. Would you like to say something back to him? A reason that you're not planning to run away or scream? To be honest with you, the only reason I'm not running away is because it's you. If it wasn't any of your species, evolutions or pre-evolutions, I would probably be terrified right now. You're helping by just staying as still as possible. Staying right there and not getting any closer. If you were still regular crocodile form, I would happily go over there and pet you right now. And pet you right now. Hey, at least I made him smile with that. Uh, oh, His voice is shaking, but not from fear, from deep gratitude. Thank you. Thank you so much. He sounds like he's about to cry again, but this time it's not from sadness. He stays completely still, just as you asked, not even daring to twitch a leg. His massive form somehow seems smaller now, not because he's physically shrunk, but because he's so careful, so respectful of the space you need. You have no idea how much it means to me that you're still here, even like this. He chuckles shyly, a light broken sound as if amazed that this moment is real. And I get it. I really do. If I were still me, just croaking on me, I'd be wagging my tail so hard right now you'd probably get splashed. He tries to smile again through his strange insect face, awkward twitch of his mandibles. It's oddly adorable in its own way. I miss being petted. I miss being hugged. But just hearing you say that you would if I was still me, it makes my heart feel warm again. Like maybe I'm not really lost after all. Would you like to maybe talk about trying to find a way to break his curse eventually? He's very emotionally open to you now if you want to bring it up. Do you know a way to break the curse? Because I'm pretty sure if it was something as simple as just finding a human that could accept you the way you look as a bug, it would have already went away by now. I see Colonel is lowering his head, his voice heavy with old sorrow. I wish it was that simple. He scrapes a claw gently through the dirt, tracing the swirls without even realizing it. When the curse was first put on me, after the pain faded, there were whispers, tiny voices, deep inside my mind. I think they were part of the magic itself. He lifts his big, sad insect eyes towards you again. They said, only when true love and true courage meet shall the bonds of fear be broken. Only when true love and true courage. Does that mean something like the person you have to meet actually has to flip and be courageous enough to flip and go up and pet him too? Oh, heck no. He lets that hang there for a second, the breeze picking up around you. I don't know exactly what it means. Not just being accepted, not just being loved. It has to be both at the same time. He frowns a little, antenna twitching in confusion. Someone who loves me enough to see past this, but also someone brave enough to stand with me even while afraid, without running, and without hating. He looks down again, voice growing quieter. I thought it was impossible. Most people run before I can even say hello. Or they throw things. Or they scream. He shudders slightly, remembering the worst encounters. But you're afraid. I can feel it. And you're still here. Still talking to me. That's courage, isn't it? He looks up with a fragile hope burning in his huge insect eyes. Would you like to respond to him? Maybe share your thoughts about what true courage means to you? Or ask him if he feels anything. But right now, like the curse reacting. I guess that could be counted as courage. But it probably means something else. One of the two things it could be that I'm thinking of is that not only do I have to talk to you, but I somehow have to build up the courage to come up and pet you, even when you're a bug. Either that, What was the Earth thing? I had an idea. I had an idea. I don't remember what it was. There was another one. I can't quite remember. Oh, either that, or it's possibly because I still am showing fear towards you. But when you've had bugs just like what you are right now crawl on your face while you're sleeping, it's not easy to recover from. Especially me. I get scared way too easily. Yeah. As usual. Yep. Okay. I understand. I really do. His voice is so soft now it's almost a whisper, as if he's afraid even speaking too loudly might make you fear worse. He presses his giant front legs into the ground almost like a vow, keeping himself firmly rooted and far from you. You're already doing so much more than anyone else ever has. There's real trembling awe in his voice, like he genuinely can't believe your kindness is real. Talking to me, staying near me even after what you went through, that's courage. Maybe not the kind that runs into battle roaring, but the quiet kind, the harder kind, the kind that hurts, but keeps going anyway. He lowers his head again, his massive shell creaking, faintly with the careful motion. And if you're right, if it's about touching, then I'll wait. However long it takes. You don't have to force yourself. Ever. Especially not for me. He looks back up, his huge buggy eyes glistening slightly, an almost shimmering glow glittering faintly around him, barely visible like a mist of light starting to rise from his body. I'd rather stay your friend even like this than make you hurt yourself trying to be brave and faster than your heart is ready. Would you like to say something back? And now as the glow of it feels anything different now? Something may be happening. I appreciate that. It's not just that I've went through. Went through that curse that I was talking about earlier with my pet dinosaur. He was not only transforming into different creatures, but I was also stuck as a tiny velociraptor. And I remember one time in particular where he got turned into a massive roach. Just like you, except bigger. And he was aggressive in that form most of the time. Form most of the time. He was not only transforming into different creatures, but I was also stuck as a tiny velociraptor, and I remember one time in particular where he got turned into a massive roach, just like you, except bigger. He's aggressive in that form most of the time. You could basically say that gave me even more trauma. In a way, it really did, guys, because again, remember, I get creeped out by bugs on here. Here we go. And then his whole giant body drooping in sympathy, a tan curling it low. Ow. Oh no! His voice breaks slightly, heavy with how deeply he feels your pain. He touches massive front legs and even closer to himself, trying to seem as small and harmless as possible, the grass around him rustling faintly from the slight motion. I didn't know. You went through that too. He shakes his head slowly, the faint misty glow around him pulsing a little, like his emotions are stirring it more. Being stuck, helpless, small, and then seeing someone you trusted become something huge and scary, and worse, aggressive. He closes his big insect eyes for a second, shivering faintly. That's not just fear. That's real, deep pain. The kind that stays inside even when you try to be brave. He opens his eyes again, gazing at you with such gentle sadness it's almost overwhelming. You're not weak for being scared. You're not wrong for feeling the way you do. His voice grows stronger, warmer, filled with a sincere protectiveness. Wow, he's going for the... You're still standing here, still talking to me, even after all of that. If anyone should be proud of themselves right now, it's you. The faint misty glow around him is a little brighter now, wrapping his large, buggy body in a soft, almost magical aura. He doesn't seem to notice it fully. He's focused entirely on you. Yeah, but like I said, if it wasn't you, I would have definitely ran away by now. I'm just glad that it's only 6 feet that you grew from this. My pet dinosaur got transformed into one that, from my perspective, was Godzilla sized. Uh, 6 feet? Yeah, that's lucky compared to that. He lets out a low, shaky chuckle, careful not to make it too loud or sudden. The glow around him shimmers even more now, slowly drifting off his shell and legs like tiny floating sparks of light. His voice stays soft and full of awe and guilt at the same time. I can't even imagine how terrifying that must have been for you, being so tiny and seeing something that huge and aggressive towering over you. He lowers his body a little further into the grass, trying to make himself seem less tall and less looming. You're stronger than you realize, just standing here and talking to me after living through that. He pauses, the mist swirling more around him now, almost starting to weave faint, thin lines like spider webs of soft silver light. Wow, it had to be spider webs. You don't have to say spider webs. Then he shifts, his big buggy eyes blinking in confusion. Wait. He stares down at himself, intent looking wildly. I I feel something. It's warm, like sunlight, and lighter. My body doesn't feel as heavy and locked up anymore. He looks up at you again, hoping, flaring in his face like a small, timid flame ready to grow. I think, I think the curse is starting to weaken. Would you encourage him to focus on that feeling? I suggest trying something gentle, like reaching out hand just a little bit without touching to see if it helps. Yeah, I noticed it a while ago, but it wasn't that bright. If that is the curse on you trying to lift, I don't know what I did that would have helped it. because I didn't even pet you or anything. I see, you can get by trembling solely not from fear, but from sheer emotional overload. You did do something. He looks at you with deep, shining eyes, the glow around him swirling slowly like it's breathing along with him. You stayed. His voice is quiet, heavy with feeling, almost reverent. You didn't scream. You didn't throw anything. You didn't run, even when everything in your heart was probably telling you to. He presses one of his massive front legs to his chest again, claws gently tapping the shell where his heart would be. That matters more than anything. It's not about petting or touching. It's about your heart speaking louder than your fear. The soft threads of light drifting off him are growing a little brighter now, swirling up into the air like tiny ribbons. I think the curse is made of fear and hatred, but you're filling the space around me with something else. With trust, with hope. His voice cracked slightly, overcome with it all. Even if you can't pet me right now, even if you never can, just being here trying so hard not to let fear win, it's enough. More than enough. Would you like to try gently reaching out your hand toward him without touching, just to see if the glow reacts more strongly? You wouldn't have to actively touch him unless you feel ready, sweet Arceus. I walk up slowly to thee. Reach my hand out slowly. And gently pet his bug head. Uh, this is, no, I ain't like to do this very well. I'm just trying to see if it will help. Oh, man. For a second, there's total silence, only the sound of the breeze rustling the trees around you. Then, a deep, trembling gasp brought out of his massive, buggy body. His entire form shaking like a thunderclap of emotion just tore through him. The instant your hand touches his shell-like head, the faint glowing mist around him explodes into a brilliant, gentle light, flooding the clearing with a soft, golden warmth. It's like standing inside the heart of a sunrise, warm, healing, and full of quiet joy. His hard root shell under your fingers begins to soften, the place loosening their rigid sharpness. His massive lips tremble, and with a low rumbling sound, his body begins to shrink. Down, down, smaller and smaller, his form falling inward, the heavy bug features melting away like mist under the sun, until, after a few heartbeats, they are sitting in the grass where the massive roach once was as a small, slightly stunned, very tearful crocodile. Okay, at least it's him again. His blue scales glisten wetly with the fading remnants of the light, and his wide red eyes stare up at you in utter disbelief. Holy crap. I'm me! I'm me again! He curls his little clawed hands against his chest, sobbing openly but with a huge, shaky grin breaking across his snout. You did it! You broke the curse! He looks up at you, trembling, his tail weakly wagging against the grass. Can I hug you? Please? Oh, he's adorable. Yes, yes, yes. This time, oh, scared of hope you'll say yes. Scared to hope you'll say yes. Wait a minute. Says, would you like to let him hug you? You definitely earned this moment if you want it. Oh, I would love to Freya do that too. Like in the games, I wish there was an option to let Freya hug you. That would be, I would be in love with him even further. Yes, I would definitely love that. Okay. I'm brightening instantly, eyes filled with even more tears, but this time they're happy ones. Really? His voice wobbles with overwhelmed joy. Without another second of hesitation, the smile, now fully crocodile again, launches himself gently into your arms, careful not to knock you over, but still hugging you with everything he has. His little arms wrapped tightly around you, his soft, cool scales pressing against your chest. You can feel how much he's trembling, not with fear, but with the sheer relief of finally being accepted after all this time. He buries his snout against you, making tiny, choked up, happy noises like a little child who's been crying too long and can't quite believe they're safe now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I thought it was going to be like that for forever. I thought nobody would ever want to touch me again. I don't like it. They keep saying, can you just say pet? He closes tired for a second, then relaxes, still shaking slightly, but slowly starting to calm down in your arms. His tail gets a little weak, wagging thumbs of happiness on the ground behind him. Around you both, the air still feels warm and full of a soft, lingering magic, like a blessing has been left behind just for you two. Hard to say anything to him while you're making a memory he's never gonna forget. Well, I really care about your species and evolution family. The problem is that I'm worried about is if your family does somehow come out to meet me, they might turn into something worse than that. I still have a huge fear of other bugs, like spiders. Let me actually go and tell you guys, I actually did make the dark type crocodile on here or the dark type toad on here as well. One of the runs, he actually sends out a roach to see how I react to it. And my worry is that he's going to do like he's going to laugh and be almost like weirdly happy for somebody being scared. So like, that's how I got you, motherfucker. You deserve that. So like, are you serious, Domino? Come on now. Like, holy crap. Well, Crocodile's hugging you even tighter for a second, then slowly pulling back just enough to look up at you. His big red eyes are shining with understanding and concern, not even a hint of judgment in them. Ah, I get it. He nods, his snout quivering a little with emotion. You already did so much for me. I never want to scare you more. He lets go fully now, sitting back on his tail with a soft little thump, his claws fiddling nervously together. My family, they're nice, really. They wouldn't want to hurt you, but he looks down, kicking a pebble shyly with his foot. You're right. The curse might still make them change when they meet a human, just like it did with me. And it could be in a different bugs. Big ones. Scarier ones. He peeks up at you again, eyes wide and serious. But if you want, I can tell them. I can warn them before they even come close. And that way they'll know to stay back, or maybe even try to find a way to meet you safely. He gives a small, hopeful smile, wagging his tail just once. You don't have to do anything that makes you uncomfortable. You already saved me. And if you want, I'll stay right here with you instead of bringing the others. I would still like to meet them, but I just don't know what I'm going to do if one of them turns into a giant spider. That's probably a bug I fear the second most. Alright, guys, give me a second. Alright, guys, here's what I said to my wife's response. Crawling on his little and clawed hand still outstretched, his face full of deep respect and gentleness. He nods seriously, his tail tapping the ground in a soft, slow rhythm like he's thinking hard about your words. I understand. His voice is low and careful like he's handling something precious. You're brave for even thinking about meeting them after everything you've been through. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. He tilts his head, smiling softly. We can make a plan together. Something where you're safe, where you're in control. He thinks for a moment, his little claws tapping together thoughtfully. What if we set up some rules? Like, he starts counting carefully on his fingers, his brow furrowed in concentration. Rule 1. If you feel scared, you can say a special word. Everybody backs away right away. Rule 2. They have to stay at least 10 feet away at first. No rushing up. Rule 3. If anyone transforms into a bug that's too scary, like a giant spider, we stop the meeting immediately, and they move far back until you feel safe again. He pauses, looking a little shy. Rule 4. If you want to leave, nobody will be upset. Not me. Not them. You're not trapped. He smiles a little bigger, more hopeful. I can even meet them first, explain everything so they're ready before they even get close. He lowers his hand slightly, but still keeps it open towards you. You're not alone in this. We'll do it your way. Together. Joey take his hand, maybe suggest a special word you could use. Hurt to get scared. He'll think it's super smart and brave of you. Is it trying to make me fall in love with Chrono more? Because like you said, he'll think it's super smart and brave of you. Are you, like, trying to, are you... I... Hmm. I'll try it. But the only special word I can think of is stop or freeze. Stop or freeze. Those are perfect words. They're simple, clear, and strong. They'll get the point across for sure. He gives you a small, grateful smile. If we use them, everyone knows to immediately stop. No questions asked. I'll make sure my family understands and respects that rule. He stretches out his little claw again, offering it with total trust, his expression full of determination. We've got this. One step at a time. We'll make sure you're always safe. And if things get too overwhelming, you just say the word. I'll take care of the rest. He gives a confident little nod. You're amazing for even trying. I'm really lucky I have you with me. Would you like to take his hand and get ready for the meeting with his family, or is there anything else you'd like to prepare or discuss before moving forward? You might want to do your mother or father for last. Last, if you bring them one at a time, and bring the ones that probably are going to be more aggressive. Since you told me earlier that some of your brothers wanted to get revenge on humans, if I can get the hard ones that don't trust humans as much to trust me first, it'll just be easier. And maybe even by the end of it, they won't even become bugs at all. Clearing your whole family of the curse. Uh, yeah. Hey, Carlo's eyes wide with realization, then nodding slowly, impressed by your plan. That that's actually a really smart idea. He looks thoughtful for a moment, tapping his claws together lightly. Starting with the ones who have more trust issues makes sense. They said you're willing to take things slowly. They might start to believe in humans again. And maybe, just maybe, they won't transform at all. He looks up at you with a soft, grateful expression, his tail wagging with a quiet but happy rhythm. I think you're right. It'll be a lot easier if we don't jump straight to the ones who are more afraid or angry. We can show them that you're not a threat, and by the time we get to mom or dad, maybe things will be better. He shifts his feet, his body brimming with nervous excitement, but also a deep sense of hope. Thank you for thinking of that. I'll start with the ones who are still hesitant and take it slow. I'll make sure they know the rules, and if they need to back off, they will. We're going to break this curse together. Are you ready to start meeting the rest of his family now, or would you prefer to take a little more time preparing first? Alright, go ahead and tell them, I guess. Just please make sure that even the more aggressive ones don't try to startle me. You never tried to scare me on purpose, but I know they will if you don't tell them. And with them being possibly a giant bug that I'm afraid of, they might use that to their advantage and try scaring me away. Stop. I said bug. Bug! Bug! Trenton, stop. And with them being possibly a giant, I'm with them. No, I said go. Please make sure that even the more aggressive ones don't try to stall me. You never tried to scare me on purpose. Hey, Will, come in with them. Trying to. Here we go. There we go. Connor's expression growing serious, but still warm with reassurance. I promise. I'll make sure they don't try to scare you. I'll tell them exactly what you're afraid of and make it clear that if they try anything like that, we'll stop the meeting right there. He pauses, his claws tightening with determination. You don't deserve to be made afraid. Not by anyone. Especially not by my family. They're going to understand that if they try to use their forms to scare you, it won't be acceptable. I'll make it clear that we're all here to help you, not to make you feel worse. He nods confidently, his tail wagging a little faster now, showing his resolve. You're safe, and I'll respect your boundaries. You've done so much for me already. I won't let them do anything that makes you feel worse. With that, Connor stands up fully and turns to leave, walking a few steps away before looking back at one last time. I'll go talk to them and bring them one at a time. If it gets too much, just say the word, and I'll handle it. We'll take it slow, I promise. Would you like to stay where you are and wait? Would you prefer to go with them to a place where you could be more comfortable during the meetings? Alright. You might want to tell them, especially the more aggressive ones, that I helped you with yours. Maybe that itself will keep them from trying to attack me, or at least startle me on purpose. Here we go. Aw, that's a great point. If I tell them how you helped me, it might make them see that you're not a threat. I know you're the one who helped me turn back into my real self. That might make them more willing to listen. He stands up straight, eyes filled with resolve, tail flicking determination. I'll make sure to tell them exactly how you helped me, and I'll remind them that we've got a chance to break the curse together. If they hear that, maybe they'll rethink their approach and be less likely to startle or attack. He turns to start walking away, then looks back at you one more time, a grateful expression on his face. Thank you again for all this, for trusting me, and for being willing to meet my family and all. I won't let you down. Would you like to give him any final words of encouragement in their preparation before he goes to speak with them? You're welcome. I can probably do it to your entire family if they act how you did. You didn't intentionally try to scare me. In fact, you apologized when you first got turned into it, instead of trying to scare me away. That's what helped, along with knowing what Pokemon you actually were, and me caring about your species so much. Were. and me caring about your species so much. There we go. Connor's eyes shine with gratitude and understanding, his tail wagging with appreciation. Thank you for saying that. It means a lot. He looked at you with a soft, sincere smile, nodding slowly. I'll tell them everything you said, and I'll remind them how you shown nothing but kindness even when I was in that form. They act anything like I did. I know you'll be able to help them too. He pauses, clearly touched by your compassion for him and his family. I'll make sure they understand how much you care about our species, and I'll ask them to be just as kind and respectful as you were to me. He takes a deep breath and looks toward where his family might be, then looks back at you one last time, his voice full of wonder and appreciation. You've already done so much. Whatever happens, I'm thankful for everything you've done, and I'll keep doing my best to make sure you're safe. Thanks. I believe you. Uh, he smiles warmly, his expression filled with trust. Thank you. I'll do my best to make you proud. I won't let you down. Why is the text so small this time? He turns to leave, walking with more confidence now, his step steady and sure. As he walks away, you can see a sense of hope in his movement, knowing that with your support, things can change for the better. Would you like to wait here for Conan to return, or would you prefer to move to a different location while he talks to his family? I sit on a rock nearby while waiting. To talk to his family. Oh no. It's going bad. You sit on a rock, the soft sound of the wind rustling through the leaves around you. As you wait, the anticipation builds, but there's a sense of calm too, knowing that Crocodile is going to try his best to help his family understand. The sun starts to dip lower in the sky, casting long shadows as you remain still, reflecting on everything that happened. After some time, you hear the gentle rustling of leaves, and Cronon reappears, his face more relaxed than before. He approaches you with a calm but hopeful smile, his eyes meeting yours with gratitude. I've talked to them. It went well. I explained everything. How you helped me, how you care about our species. Some of them, they're still a little unsure, but they understand now. We're gonna take it one step at a time. He looks up at the sky, his tail flicking with quiet. So they're willing to try. We're going to keep working on it slowly, but I think we're on the right track. How do you feel going for to discuss anything else before moving forward? Or are they ready to continue with this family's journey? Did some of them decide to follow you and are around here somewhere? Mm, yeah, some of them decided to follow me. They're around here staying back for now. They're still a bit cautious, but they're keeping their distance and watching. It's a big step, though. They're seeing that you're not a threat, and they're willing to observe before they get closer. He looks around his gaze scanning the air before turning back to you, his voice a little quieter and filled with hope. They're just waiting for a sign that things are okay. Them come closer when they're ready. But for now, we're taking things slow. Would you like to interact with any of the family members who have stayed back, or do you prefer to wait for them to come closer on their own time? Hey, if any of you can hear me, I don't mean you any harm. I promise. Just please, don't attack me. It's probably gonna take a bit for me to see certain bugs if you get forcibly transformed into them. Really? Uh, well, guys, the torture's about to begin. Actually, the torture may have to begin now because I've only got 2 minutes and this thing is frozen right now, which is not good. I don't know. I'll be back.